Yo. What's going on? YouTube land, big up yourself. You already know the vibes. Podcast platforms, big up yourself. You know the vibes. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in for another episode of the Prolific Vibes Podcast, where we say positive thoughts equal positive results. I'm Rick. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate all the love, all the support, all the follows, all the shares, all the subscribes. We are on episode number 19 today. And today's episode, we're going to call it Same Energy. Same energy, guys. Also, I want to give a shout out to everybody that supports, breast cancer, donate, just cancer in general. You know what I mean? We got to be there for the people that need it the most. And what I do every November is called Nah Shave November for me. So for the entire month of November, I don't shave. I don't cut my hair. And, that's just my little tribute that I do. So big shout outs to that. Today's episode, same energy. And what I'm saying when I say same energy is you got to know how people treat you around you. The people that's around you, you got to give them the same energy they give you, bro. Honestly. And I'm going to tell you why. Because you'll be in a position where you give. They don't give shit. You understand? And then because you notice it or you got privy to it and you start, peeping game and you start treating them the same way, then you become the victim. You become the one that they call and say you switch up, and telling everybody, oh, you change and all that. No, you didn't change. You just feeding into the same energy that they giving you. So, same energy. If I call you multiple times to check on you, you don't call me, I'm going to stop calling you. Then what's going to happen? You're going to call me and tell me, oh, you stop calling me or you switch up. I don't hear from you no more. Well, you don't hear from me no more because if I don't do the calling, if I don't do the reaching out, none of us hear from each other. So in everything, guys, just, you're going to have to start treating people how they treat you. And you within yourself as a person, don't ever second guess your gut feeling. Your gut feeling, I feel, will always be right and be accurate. Now, not saying trust your gut feeling when you're inebriated or you're high or, you're outside your element. But once you, in tune with yourself, especially if you're a person that, meditate or you spend time with yourself, no music, no distractions, no phone, even if it's 20, 30 minutes in a day and you just meditate and you vibe and you feel your own energy and feel your surrounding. Reflect on your life. Reflect with the people that's around you. Reflect on how those people make you feel. And if you're getting a negative notation or if you're getting a bad vibe when you think about a particular person, sometimes 9 out of 10, something's wrong. So go with your gut feeling. So you got to give people the same energy they give you. And when you do that, it will weed the bad out of your life. It will weed the people that don't need to be in your life. Because you know what? You was charging them up with your energy and they're draining you. It's like you can't use a dead car battery to charge another car battery. Both cars going to be dead. Or if you have a car that the battery is not so good, go ahead and go charge another car battery with it. You'll start that car up and then before you know it, your car is dead. So you got to be careful with your energy. You got to be careful with your space. You have to be careful with your surroundings and people that are around you because people in this world, a lot of them are energy drainers. They'll drain your energy. They know you a person that, always positive, always in a good mood, always giving, always loving. They only come around you to drain that energy. They only coming around to drain that energy because they're using you as a battery pack. They're using you as a battery pack. And then when you don't have no more to give, they're just going to disregard you, throw you to the side and on to the next one. So be careful about who you share your time with because a lot of times your time ain't going to be useful to them. They're just using you for their benefit. So you feel like you spending the time and you spending the effort and you spending the money because of how you feel towards this person. Check the temperature. Check the temperature, guys. Check the temperature. See if that person is giving you the same energy. Check the temperature. I had a conversation with a friend of mine a few months back and he was telling me that, he was in a particular situation where a friend of his car broke down, and it was a bad side of town. You know what I mean? We're talking about in Jamaica, so you don't know, your car broke down a certain part of Jamaica. Trust me, you ain't even going to stay there to fix it. You understand? You're cut based on the situation. So, so the bridging car broke down, and the bridging called him and like, yo, Roops, you know what I mean? He jumped out of his bed there with his woman laying up. Jump out of his bed. You understand? To go help the bridging. I think the bridging car probably run out of gas or something. So he run out, jump, to the bridging rescue, because to him, in his mind, that's a genuine friend. That's a real friend. And he went to his friend's rescue. No problem. Not even thinking about anything. Not thinking about, pay me or, give me the money back for the gas, because he went, bought gas, brought it to the car, put it in the car, fine and well. You understand? So on the receiving end of it, same situation. Months pass, and now he got a flat. Wrong side of town again. He linked the bridging. You understand? Now, all the bridging had to do is, I think they had similar vehicles. So the spear in the bridging car could fit his car. He didn't have a spear. You don't know what Jamaican said. Most scare now, no spear. You understand? So him link the bridging for the bridging bring a spear. You know what I mean? So the bridging straight up tell him like, yo, you know what I mean? The side of town, and him can't make the move there. And you know what I mean? Just very nonchalant. Like, this is the same bridging that jumped out of his bed at middle night. You understand? To come help you. And now on the receiving end, you're giving a bag of excuse. So you got to use things like that to grade the energy that people give you. Feed off of the energy. You understand? And give back the same energy. Because trust me, you and yourself, you know when someone is violating. You know when someone is dealing you a certain way and treating you wrong. So why you think they don't know? Why you think they don't know when they're doing the same thing to you? So you got to give people the same energy they give you. And it's not coming from a place of being angry. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to make it down the road of, treat people bad. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the people that's around you that you will give anything for, the shirt off your back, you'll give it to them. Make sure those people do the same thing for you if the tables are turned. No one want to be in a position where you give your all and someone gives nothing. Because we're in a world, all we can do, we can only take experiences from other adults and from other people, from other beings. That's the only thing we can do is take experiences. We don't own them. We can't take their bodies. We can't take nothing but experiences. So with those experiences, make sure it's something that's beneficial to you, that feeds your soul, feeds your vibe, and feeds your energy. And if all it's doing is breaking you down and, taking things away from you, happiness, comfort, then those people don't need to be around you. So once you start sharing that same energy they're giving you, then it will never meet. The mesh is not going to be there. So they'll deliberately take themselves out the way. And sometimes that's what you need to elevate. Sometimes that's what you need to advance. It's like playing a game. You got to put people on the bench. You got to take people out the game, put them on the bench, and call in new players. Because they're going to elevate your game. They're going to up your game. Rather than keeping somebody in the game that don't even want to be there. They're just there for the clout, the likes, the excitement that you offer, draining your energy. But then when you need a recharge, they're never there. They're never there to give you a recharge. They can't even give you a conversation, much less business ideas, emotional support, whatever. They can't give nothing. So what's the point of being there? Like I've said it before, we're all here to be used, but not misused. And if they can't use you, then you're useless. And we as people, we have to understand that with the circle you have around you. I don't have a problem with people using me for information, money, if that's what it is, emotional support, whatever it is, I don't mind. Just don't feel like you're going to take my kindness for weakness and you're going to overdo it. You're going to do it to a point where you're using me. And then you're going to take me for a fool. Because that's what people do in this world too. They know they're using you, but they're not going to stop. Because in their mind, they're like, if you're allowing me to do this to you, that's your fault. That is your fault. Because now people don't take blame for their actions. They blame the next person in every way possible. You understand? They always doing the blame game. If it's to get attention and notoriety, they're going to say they did it. when it comes to anything else, they're going to point the finger to somebody else and say they did it. You understand? So you got to be careful with just everybody in the family, your immediate circle, at work. You got to watch what people do. In the workplace, you bend backward for some people because you like your coworkers. Somebody's sick, something going on with their kid, emergency. You the first to step in. Yeah, I'll cover your shift, even though you're making money from it. But you might have your own things to deal with. But you take the sacrifice to cover. And on the other end, if something ever happened that is a real emergency, their excuses again. Nah, man, I gotta go. I got something to do. I planned something. I can't stay. So you're always in a position where you're making someone else's situation better, but no one is making your situation better. Watch out for these people, and you got to give them the same energy. Give them the same energy they're giving you. And I promise you, the ones that is, brave enough will say something to you and be like, oh, why this and why that? And then you couldn't make it known. I'm only treating you the same way you treat me. You need to go check yourself, not the other way around. And then if that caused separation between you, whatever relationship it is what it is. Because you're living this life for you and nobody else. You got to make sure you're happy first. You have to make sure you're content first. You have to make sure you're situated first in every situation before you can give a lending hand and a helping hand to help anybody. Because if you're not in a position where you can help and you start helping people, you're going to be fucked. You probably end up in a worse situation than them. Because in the beginning, you never had anyone to call on or a helping hand or support. They had multiple people to do it, and you were one of them. So when they drain your battery and you're dead left on the side, they could jump to somebody else. But when you're there with your battery drained and you're looking for the next person or somebody to help you, there's nobody there. It's always you. So you got to look at these things and you got to know these things. When things are bad and things are down, who do you have around you that will help? And if it's very few, and if you could count them on your hands, those are the only people you should be giving your energy to. Those are the only people that you're going to reciprocate kindness and anything else that you have to offer with. Everybody else, put them to the side. Honestly speaking, and you can tell people respectfully, I can't help you. Respectfully, I'm not in a position to help you. And you don't have to give an explanation. You do not have to give an explanation, because it gets to a point now where people take your kindness for weakness. They'll take what you've done in the past, use it against you, and when you don't do things for them, they try to give you the guilt trip. They try to make it seem like you're the bad person. But when is enough is enough? At what point do you say to somebody, I can't help you no more? At what point do you say, I've put you in a position to help yourself? Why are you still asking for help? I need help myself. I need to elevate to the next level myself. At what point? You have to put your foot down. You have to put things in perspective. You have to give people the same energy they're giving you. When somebody calls you and the only time they call you is for shit, turn the tables. Pick the phone up. I was just about to call you. I'm dead broke, or I'm in a bind right now. I was hoping you could help me. See how the conversation changed. Read people. Give them the same energy. Stop being the nice guy. Stop being the nice girl. Stop being the given one. Stop being the one in the family or in the friendship or in the circle that is always there to help. Because your name gonna go around in that order. Your name will go around in that order. Anything pop up, call Rick, call this person, call, they'll help. Because that's how your name gonna be carried around. But it's never where, did anybody check on Rick, see how he doing? See if he need anything? And a part of that is when people see you elevating and busting your ass and trying your hardest and doing your best to be successful and be great, they're thinking you already make it. You're making it. It's not that you're making it, it's that you are getting to that point. But if they keep dragging you down and keep sucking you dry, you'll never get to that point. You will never get to that point because you always stop in your tracks to pull somebody up, help somebody, give that energy and give that attention to somebody else that you should be giving to yourself to get to the next point. So we have to be careful, guys. You have to know who you're going to do that to, because you know they'll do the same for you. So it's like each one teach one, and each is uplifting the other. You can't have two people in the water. One know how to swim, the other don't know how to swim. The other one going to pull you down. Because the minute they feel they drowning, they know who the swimmer is. They're going to be grabbing your leg, grabbing your hand, grabbing your back, grabbing your neck. They'll even try to kill you to survive. So put things, what I'm saying, in perspective, guys. You got to give the same energy. Don't matter who it is. It could be a significant other. You got to give people the same energy. It's only one of you. You don't get do-overs in this life. You do not get do-overs in this life. Whatever actions you take, good or bad, it's going to be the reflection of your future, period, point blank. You know, and a lot of us, we grow up with certain morals and certain rules of life and the way you was brought up, and it's all good and well. But you have to know when to stop and think about number one, which is yourself, so you can elevate, so you can move forward. And at times, if you don't get to put yourself in a position to help, then you'll never be able to help yourself or to help anyone. And unfortunately, sometimes people don't get that. You could be on your journey to get to that point where you can start helping. And on your journey, you're the worst person in the world because they think you already made it. They think you have all of these riches and all of these wealth when you're not there yet. You're trying to get there, and they're doing their hardest not for you not to, because it comes down to everything is bleeding you dry, your energy, your vibration. You know, they wouldn't say, hey, he's trying to break generational curse. You know, he's trying to be the first one in the family or somebody, you know, in the circle to make it. Let's uplift him. Let's bring him to the next level. And sometimes it's a real fucked up feeling. You know, you try to be the innovator. You try to be the one that's spearheading a certain situation because nobody else is doing it, and nobody in your circle, no one in your family is behind you uplifting you. Everybody see what you're doing and they not doing shit. They just stay there on the sidelines. They just there on the sidelines. You have people that's not even your peoples that support you and put you more in a position than anybody in your immediate circle. If you see you have that one person in that circle, in your family, that they're making something of themselves and you see the potential of what they can be, support them 110% and do it out of the goodness of your heart and not for what you can get out of it. Because law of attraction is real. When you do shit like that through the goodness of your heart and you're not expecting shit, you're going to get what you wasn't expecting tenfold. Believe me when I tell you. But no, everybody just want to sit there and look and look and look. You know what I mean? God forbid, some of them probably they're hoping you fail because they don't want you to be the one to get to the next level. Pay attention and look at these people. See who they are. Give them the same energy, bro. Give them the same energy. I don't care who it is. The OGs, the elders, the homies, the cousins, the family members, the aunts, the uncles, it don't matter who it is. Give them the same energy if that's the energy you get. And if you feel in your gut they not for you, but what you can give to them, give them the same energy. I don't got nothing for you or nothing. You understand? Bottom line. Bottom line, guys. You know, so you got to know who's in your circle. You got to know how they're treating you. Give them the same energy. Your life will be better. You'll be able to elevate a lot faster because you're not stopping now to attend to these people because they don't mean you no well. Stop giving your time to people that don't mean you well. Stop giving your time to people that doesn't mean you well. You know, it's like I heard someone said before, you can't expect payback from a con artist. You cannot expect payback from a con artist. Put that in any aspect you want. You was already getting conned from the beginning for your time, for your emotional support, for your knowledge, for your know-how. You was getting conned for it. There is no payback to get. There is no way you're going to receive anything out of that relationship, guys. You will not get payback from a con artist. A con artist start the conversation, start the relationship to fucking con you. There was nothing for you to get out of it in the first place. Pay attention to these people. Know who these people are. Take a time and look. Give these people the same energy. And don't spare their feelings, because they're not sparing your feelings either when they're doing it. A lot of them are just doing it in the dark. They're doing it in secret. And they was hoping you would never expect it. Or by the time you expect it, they already bled you dry. So you give the same energy. Know what it is. Give it right back. It might sound ignorant or arrogant, but do it as politely as you can possibly. They'll get the picture. Learn how to say no, and learn how to say no without an explanation. You don't have to explain why you're telling people no when they ask for certain things. If it's the people that's not giving you the energy and the vibration that you need, that's going to feed your soul and feed your energy and uplift you and enlighten you, you don't have no obligation to these people. You don't have to say why you're saying no when you say no when they're trying to ask for these things. You don't have to entertain those relationships. People build these relationships to use you and to drain you in many ways. You know, I need also for our people to kind of think a little bit outside the box. Let's not say, you know, when I'm making these statements and I'm giving you guys these scenarios, let's stop always using it from a monetary standpoint. Let's stop thinking about just money. Let's elevate our minds a little bit further than just when I say give the same energy or, you know, give the same thing that people give to you. We're not always talking about money, bro. Money is the smallest portion on the totem pole. Your health, your wellness, your happiness, your vibration means a lot more, because without that, you will not have the drive, the consistency, the motivation, and the spiritual endurance to go out and make this money. Think about what I'm saying. Think about what I'm saying. The worst set of vultures out here are the ones that drain your soul. They drain your soul. You know, you have people out here, the first thing they want to say is they're emotionally depressed. They're going through depression. Watch the people around you. The people around you is probably the reason why you're going through depression, because they're draining everything out of you, everything positive. You don't have people in your corner that's going to uplift you, show you another way of life, show you how to appreciate life from another perspective. Every time they come around, or every time it's always something negative, pay attention to these people. Pay attention to these people. Give them that same energy. They want to come chill. They want to come hang out. And you know that's the type of people they are. Nah, you're busy. I have something to do. I'll talk to you later. They'll understand and they'll get it. They'll get it. You got to control your peace. You got to control your happiness. That's super important. You know, give people the same energy that they give you guys. Not going to draw out the conversation. I was just sitting here and I was saying, you know what? There's a lot of people that I've dealt with over the years in corporate America, friendship, even family. A lot of people. Some of them I don't talk to anymore, and it's okay, and I'm fine with it. I don't feel like I'm missing a piece of me because I'm not dealing with a particular person for whatever situation it is. You got to find that peace within yourself and know that the reason why you're elevating or getting to the next level is because you know and you understand that peace. You giving people the same energy they give you. Don't allow people to disrespect you. Don't allow people to talk you any type of way and you take it because you have certain respect or certain regard for them. Give them the same energy. Disrespect them just the same way. And the worst disrespect, I'm going to tell you what it is silence. Cut them off. They have no access to you. That's the biggest disrespect, man. You don't have to call people out their names. You don't have to call them all type of name, arguing, raising your voice. You don't have to do none of that. You don't have to put your hands on them. Cut them out your life like they never existed. Non-communication. Non-communicado. Like they say in John Wick, you're dead. You're done. You're cooked. Non-communicado. Get your mind to that level. For people, that doesn't mean you no good, because they might not physically kill you, but they're slow killing you. They're slowly killing you. Believe me when I tell you, those people are the slow killers. High blood pressure, stress, hypertension, all of this that comes with you dying. And that's what those people offer. So know the people around you and the energy they're giving you. Give it back. Get them out the way so you can get to bigger and better things. And this episode, guys, like I said, is 19. We're going to call it Same Energy. Whatever you want to add to it, you can add to it, but as cut and dried it is. You know what I mean? The same energy. You coming at 100 to destroy me, I'm coming at 100 to you to destroy you. Point blank, period. And that's the bottom line. We're going to do one more episode, and that's going to be the conclusion of season 1. And then season 2, we're going to start. We might not start right after. I am going to take a little break because I have some stuff, some projects that I'm doing. So it's just going to be a small gap. So season 1 has 20 episodes. Season 2, I'm not sure exactly how much episodes I'm going to put in that one yet, but that's where I'm going to start doing interviews and interacting with other people through phone calls, in-person interviews, Skype. However we get it done. I do have a few interviews already set up. So that's going to be season 2. It's going to be dope. Just tune in, stay tuned, keep sharing, keep liking, keep supporting the channel, the podcast channel, the YouTube channel, guys. On all podcast platforms, it's Prolific Vibes Podcast. On YouTube, you guys know it's RV Priestley TV, and Prolific Vibe Podcast is on there. There's going to be other contents on there as well. And like I said, we have another episode for season 1, and then we're going to take a minor break. We're going to, change up some stuff. And y'all guys stay tuned. There's going to be some changes. Trust me when I tell you, you guys are going to like it. A lot of dope interviews coming that's going to be on the way. Just lock in and, just keep supporting me, guys. Like I said, it's going to be a small absent. I don't know for how long, but it won't be long. I'll still try to do things in between to, keep you guys seeing me and see what's going on in the process. Because, like we discussed before, you got to keep giving content to grow your business. So you can't be absent for too long. But, thanks, guys, for tuning in. Episode number 19, Same Energy. Thank you for listening to what I have to say. If you feel that it served you any purpose at all, guys, look within your circle and the people around you, and who are just there bleeding you dry. Who's there that's using you for whatever reason they're using you for, and they'll never reciprocate, that energy that you're giving them. Give the same energy. They'll fall off, and if they feel some type of way, they'll address it, and then you address it as well. But you sometimes don't have to tell people what they're doing or how you're feeling, because they know. So just start treating them the same way, and you see how fast things change. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Prolific Vibe Podcast, we say positive thoughts equal positive results, positive vibes every time. All podcast platforms. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I love the support, love the energy. I love y'all. YouTube land. Big up yourself. You already know the vibes. And we out till next time, guys. Peace.